Hello everyone, welcome to CodeVardhan. In last video, we have seen how we are using if-else, or we can say that the conditional statements to our code. Now let's see how further we can use those conditional statements in our code. Okay. So in last video, we are focusing that we have something here, for example, at a point, and from this particular point, we have two ways. Either I can go the true or with the false. Okay, this I can say that as true and this I can say that as false. Either we are going towards the true or we are going towards the false. Okay, now we have seen ki yes, I can understand that ki in a particular situation there is some condition here. Okay, there is some condition here, and according to that condition, either we have to go towards the true or we have to go towards the false. Now, there must be a further requirement that in case of true also, I have to encounter with one more condition, and in case of false also, I have one more condition. Okay, and then also we have something false, and then also we have something true, and so on. We can again say that we have one more having true here, one more having condition in the true, and in this false also we are having one more condition here, also we are having one more condition, and this particular thing will be kept on going. So this is the false, this is false, and this is true, again this is true, again this is true, again this is true, and so on. This can be there. So you can see that we can have conditions inside condition. Okay, this particular phenomena is called as nested. Okay, so this we called as nested if else, where we have if or else, and inside an if or else there might be one more if or one more else. As per the requirement, we are going to do this particular thing. Okay, so to write this thing, how we are going to work on it? So we have learned till now that if else having their own block of code, and how this block of code is there, so with the help of the indentation. Okay, so how it is happening, I am writing if some condition is here, then I have colon, and then I have something intended. So we are not starting with this thing, we are starting from here, and some statements are written, then we have else, then again colon, and then some statements are written. In this way it is happening like that. Okay, so this we called as intended block, and this particular thing which is getting executed when if condition is true is called the true block, and the condition where we are executing the block if the condition is false, that we can treat it as a false block of code. Okay, so the true block of code and false block of code. Now according to this diagram, whenever we are inside the true block of code, there is one more condition. So clearly what we will do, I have if, I have conditions, this is colon, and then I have something in my true block of code, and if required, here also I can create one more if condition, and it also having the colon, and it also having its true block of code, it's having else, and it also having its else block of code, and then at the end my true block of code of the outer if will be ended. So we can say that it is something called as box inside box. So let's create a visual diagram so that you can understand it properly. So I have if, then I have condition, and then I am making it colon. Okay, now I have something as true, so I am making the arrows for the true statements. So these are the true statements. Inside the true statement we have one more if. Okay, and then we have one more condition and something like that, and inside this also we having some true, and then we have else, and then inside this I have something false statements. Now if I can see, these all statements are coming under the true block of the outer if, and then we have else here, and then we have this inner statements, outer statements, and these are the false of the outer statement. Now you can create one more if here with some condition, and this also might be having some true statements, and we have else, and then it also having some false statement. But meanwhile all this comes under the false of this outer if. So here what I am doing, here I am having if, and inside if I can also treat it like this. I have a bigger, this is the true block. Inside true block I have one more if, and that if also having a true block, and that if also having a false block. Okay, and then there is a bigger false block for the outer if, and then inside that bigger false block we have some true blocks and some false block also. I hope now you can understand how the if else is actually happening, and this can be uh, going off one after other or one after other. You can also see, might be there is possibility you can also see one more if else here. This is its true block and this is its false block. It is quite simple and it is quite normal, nothing to worry about it. So this might be the possibility you can face in the future. So this is what we can say that as a nested if else statement. So now we are going to work on the largest of three numbers, and by using this code we are going to understand how this nested if else is actually happening. So consider we have three numbers A, B and C. Okay, these three numbers are there, A, B and C, and we have to find out the which is the bigger of them. So I will be creating a statement where I'm checking if A is greater than B, and it having two options, either it will be true or it will be false. So let's make it false as red. So if it gets true, I will get A as a result. If it gets false, I will get B as a result. In the true condition, I have one more condition which says that if A is greater than C, and in false condition, I have one more condition which says that it is B is greater than C. Okay, now it also having a true condition, it also having a true condition, and this also having a false condition, this also having a false condition. Okay, now if I go this true and this false, here from at this particular point of time I will get A, and at from this I will get C, from here I will get B, and from here I will get C, and this way we are able to find out which is the largest of them. And if you can see, this is the block for the true part, and this is the block for the false part, for this outer if. And for inner if, let's change the color to something. This is the block for inner loops, and again these are the blocks for the inner loops. Okay, I hope I'm making this clear how the blocks are actually working and how the things are actually working. Okay, now let's quickly move towards the Jupyter notebook and code it. So in the Jupyter notebook, I will simply take a new notebook. Okay, and on this new notebook, let's name it as sixth. Okay, on this notebook, let's start working on it. So my code is largest of three. Let's convert it into the markdown so that it works like a heading. Now let's take my first task is to take three variables. I'm taking A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 15. Okay, now I say that key I will use if I am simply using A greater than B, and in colon I will say that yes. Now if my A is greater than B, I have to check for another thing. So I will again do if A is greater than C, and now it's block. And here what we will do, print A is big. Okay, now I will go down, go back, create a else, and here I will say in this else print C is big. Now this if is completely done and this else is completely done. Now I will go to the else of the second if, and here I will type if B is greater than C, B is greater than C, and inside that I will print B is in double quotes, B is big, and else I will print C is big. Okay, now this is what happening whenever I have what I was told in that. So this entire thing is the true of your first if, and this entire thing is the false of our second if. So let's view the line number so that I can easily understand what is happening. So from line number 6 to line number 9, this is the true, and from line number 11 to line number 14, this entire part is the false, and inside that we have again true and we have again false. Okay, so this is what we can say true and false, which is happening. So in this way, we can use nested if. Now, it is not limited to only 2 up to 2 level. No, it can be go up to n level. We can create inside if, inside if, inside if. It's completely fine. You can take anywhere. You can also do you have something in the if condition but nothing in the else condition, that can also be done, and vice versa can also be done. So anything can be done and you can easily work on it. And in Jupyter notebook it is very beautiful thing that as soon as you write column, automatically the intended path will be there. Automatically it show the indentation, automatically it show the indentation. You can see the indentation. So indentation is very important in terms of Python. Okay, so practice this. In next video we will be going to cover on the some more parts of our if else. So till then, be practice and keep practicing the things. Okay, like this video, share this video, and comment if you having any doubts, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.